Y'all ready for this?
It's the movie closet, movie closet, movie closet, movie closet, movie closet, movie closet, movies, closets, movies. It's a movie in a closet.
It's a
Movie closet.
movie closet.
Welcome to the movie closet.
We are back.
The show where we show Matt movies that he's never seen.
Episode 9?
Yeah.
9 bust the
Damn.
rhyme.
Story time for number 9.
9.
What's the theme this week?
Documentaries.
Documentaries, and if I win this week, I win, right?
You are the winner.
I win for I'm the new
Potentially.
champion. 2 wins for me. Sam's got to win. Bass ain't on the board yet. Bass can still
board.
affect the outcome, though.
Yes.
All right.
Pitch well, Bass.
All right, who wants to go first this week? Let's get Sam. You never go first. You go
I
first.
don't want to go first.
Why not?
This is the first episode where I don't know what anyone's picking before we're going into it.
This one could be fun. I'm going for 3 in a row. I'm going for the 3-peat.
Whoa.
Right?
Heavy hitter.
Did I? No. Have I got my movie picked the past 2 times?
2 in a row. Not in a row,
Oh, so I'm going for 2 in a row right now.
Yeah.
but
What is your movie, Sam?
okay. My movie isn't really a movie. Okay, well, I guess none of these are all documentaries.
Yeah.
Mine's actually a YouTube video. It's a speech by Gary Yourofsky,
Okay.
and
Who is Gary Yourofsky?
Gary Yourofsky is a vegan
Oh, there it is.
activist.
All right.
All right.
And he goes around to universities, other like camp. I don't know what kind of setting a speech would be in. Maybe just goes around.
He's doing a
And-
lecture.
Yeah, lecture type stuff. And obviously it is about veganism.
Mm-hmm.
And since I recently kind of have been trying to get into the vegan lifestyle,
Breaking in.
yeah, he was one of the, not like the very first ones, but eventually one of the first like real informative like documentary type thing.
Picking his brain.
Yeah, he's the first one one of the first ones that I watched, and it like really
Okay.
really helped me and kind
Open
of
your eyes.
opened my
Inspired
eyes.
you.
Yeah. And not that I think this is gonna turn like anybody vegan or whatever, but I definitely think it's a good thing for anybody to watch, just to kind of give them an idea of like why vegans do what they do, because they are facts. Because a lot of people are like, you're vegan, that's fucking crazy and stupid, and like, why do you do that? Like, what's the point? And I get that like not everybody agrees, but I think this is a really good like speech. Any of the documentaries about veganism,
Just
It's a
shows
really-
you what
it's
their
a-
like their side of the story.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's great if it does kind of make you want to change, but I mainly want to like show it to like my family and everything, some of my friends, just to kind of get them to be on my same
Okay.
headspace, at least like know what I'm coming from, and not just doing it for like a trend or whatever. I'm not doing it like without being knowledgeable of what I'm doing, if that makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was good.
So
That was a good
Dude, that was your best one.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that's like the longest amount of time you've like spoke in a row.
it's easy to talk about.
Yeah, it's something you
It's-
feel
You
strongly
crushed
about.
it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
The Pitch
I got
Master
one
Award.
question though.
Yeah.
Does it show animals getting murdered?
It does, but he warns because it's showing it to a group of students, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming students, and he warns you. He's like, if you need to like turn away, that's
shit.
fine, but also he's like, but you have to think about why exactly you're turning away.
Because it's
Like-
gross.
Yeah, but like if you're turning away, then he says it better than I can, but like there's a reason. It might be that you're easily grossed out, or it might be guilt.
Warning: the following movie
So, but he
contains
warns you, so
graphic
you can
imagery.
like walk out of the room and like
You're eating them.
whatever. But yeah.
That was a good pitch, Sam.
It was.
How long
Sounds
is
really
this?
interesting.
So there's an hour long just speech, and then he has a separate video, 30-minute long Q&A. So the students and the people, the audience, can ask him questions, and he like answers them.
So hour 30.
Hour 30 if you want to watch both, which I recommend it.
It's cool. Flexible.
Yeah.
Like it. All right. What's it
Well,
called? Or do
it's
you
just
remember the title?
it's
What was
like
the guy's name?
Gary Yourofsky.
Gary Yourofsky. We'll call it
And
that.
yeah, it's just a Gary Yourofsky speech, or like the I think the original YouTube video was like the best speech you'll ever hear or something, which is
okay.
just like clickbait, but
But then it was the best
it
speech
was
you've ever heard.
one of them. It's up
Gary
there.
Yourofsky, vegan activist.
Hell yeah. Sounds
Alright.
interesting.
You got any questions, Matt? Or
No.
all right, I guess I'll go.
Good job, Sam.
Yes, great pitch. You crushed
Definitely.
it. You crushed it.
I think you've won the Pitchmaster Award this episode.
Don't roll over just yet, Bass. I haven't gone yet.
Bring it.
Bring the
My
fire.
documentary is called Indie Game, the movie. Came out in 2012. It's an hour and 43 minutes long. And it follows the 3 different game well, there's actually like 5, but it's 3 different indie games, independent games being made. And it follows the developers. It's about them. And like all their games,
Ooh.
they're all about to come out in like a couple months.
Okay.
And they're all crunching down. So it's like it's cool because it's like in their lives, you know.
Yeah.
And this documentary was funded by Kickstarter
Oh shit.
as a Kickstarter campaign. They filmed over 300 hours of footage.
Damn.
Yeah, so there's there's a bunch of shit like bonus shit you can look into if you like it. And it's like the games that are being made are Super Meat Boy, Fez, and Braid, and like all these games came out because this came out in 2012.
Okay.
But all the games have come out since then, and they were all like a huge success. Braid, I think, had already come out. That was like one of the first big indie games.
Oh shit.
So, and like it talks to that guy. I think his name's Jonathan Blow. He just made a game probably a couple months ago, and it was really good. But and then yeah, it really looks at like it looks at the artistic side of games, because you talk to these artists and these designers and why they do what they do in the game,
Yeah.
and they all tell really intimate stories with their games. So that's like why they're really great, and you get to see that side of video games that you don't usually get to see. Video games, you get to look behind the scenes of video games, and these are all like teams of 2 people making a game, and it's their stories.
All right.
Indie Game, the movie.
Sounds pretty
cool.
legit.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
It is. I've seen it twice.
Yeah, Ben really likes it.
It's cool.
What's your shelf rating on it?
Top shelf.
Ooh.
Ooh.
6.5 shelves.
Hey.
And that's my pitch.
Good pitch. Well done. Basshole.
Hey.
You're up.
How you feeling, Bass?
I'm a little under the weather, but I'm doing good. bringing out a movie I watched back in high school.
Oh shit.
It's released in the 90s. It's the first of a trilogy documentary set for this. So I definitely recommend watching the other 2 when you get a chance. The first one is Paradise Lost: The Child Murders at Robin Hood Hills, released in 1996.
1906.
Scored an 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb, a 5 out of 5 on Amazon, and 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really? What's it called?
Paradise Lost: The Childhood Murders at Robin Hood Hills.
I remember you were
shit.
talking about this when we watched that River's Edge movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So first thing is kind of cool. All the music is done by Metallica.
Oh shit.
Um,
Shredding.
So a horrific triple child murder leads to an indictment and a trial of 3 nonconformist boys based on questionable evidence. Basically, this is kind of like in a Hicktown country, strong Republican
Yeah.
country town.
Aren't the guys accused of this? They're like into metal and shit.
Yeah, they're into
People think they're,
metal
like Satanists.
and Satanists and heavy metal music and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they're accused of this, but there's like no actual good evidence that points to them actually doing the murders.
But they are convicted.
But they are convicted. And the cool thing is the 3 parts. The first one is like during the original trial. The second part is like a follow-up when they're doing their first appeal. And then the third one is like on their third appeal, like when they finally get released. And so it's really cool because you see them grow up in each of the different stages of the different parts of the movies. But yeah, it's very controversial. There was a lot of actual high-profile individuals that got involved in this, stemming from like Hollywood, universities. Can't think of the names off the top of my head, but I mean like big name A-list actors, scientists, and people that just felt really strongly toward their case.
When did this happen?
Back in the 90s, around 96, 94.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You did say that.
1906.
Yep. Oh, 6.
1906. Yeah, it's very moving. We had to write an essay, on it back in high school, and there's this thing. I can't remember if it's in the first one. I think it might be just in the second one. They talk about this restaurant called Bojangles, which is like a few miles outside of the city.
Bojangles.
And
Bojangles.
earlier that night,
Bobby.
adult had came into the restaurant covered in blood, went to the bathroom to wash up and then leave. And there was also like a sheriff there at the time, and she didn't think anything of it. And there's a lot of thought that that guy that went to the Bojangles restaurant covered in blood was actually the one that committed the murders.
This is child murders.
Yeah, child murders.
Wait,
That's
so
depressing.
the sheriff saw him covered in blood and went to the bathroom and she didn't think anything of it?
Perhaps they lived by a place like a butcher shop.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
That's
just a
weird.
guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Like, hey, that's
it's
fine.
very
Yeah.
tense.
There's more. There goes old Bojangles covered in blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just slaughtered a cow.
But
Must be steak tonight.
yeah, and the guy they recall wasn't from the area either. But there's just a lot of craziness to this. It's very intense, very, very moving, very powerful. Hearing the stories, from the parents that are just hurt because their children are gone, and then the parents of the children being convicted, as well as like the attitude of the children being convicted. And this is one of the very few cases where cameras were actually allowed into the courtroom. So this is one of the few actual documentaries with actual court footage, and you can see like the police trying to bait them into admitting guilt to this.
Damn.
And it's just very controversial and something I definitely recommend to watch. Kind of shows how messed up
Our
the world is,
system
and our justice system is, and
and how people just judge.
yeah,
Some
based
cases
off
are
of
treated
appearance.
especially heinous.
yeah, definitely.
For these crimes, there's a special victims unit.
Dun,
Bum,
dun.
bum. How long is this, Bass?
Yeah, it
Um,
sounds like it's gonna be long.
Downside of this movie, it is 150 minutes, so
Holy
that's about
shit.
2.5
2
hours.
yeah.
But-
And this is a 3-part movie.
Well, no, it's a trilogy. So this is
The
like
trilogy.
the first documentary while they're
Okay.
children, because they're like in
Ah.
their tweens at this time.
Oh,
They're
They're
like
what?
tweenagers.
they're teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yeah, like early
13,
like
early
11.
teenagers. Yeah.
Put up.
The 3 words: discriminatory, relating perspective, and a
Ooh.
chaotic chronicle.
Chaotic Chronicle.
Oh my god, dude! Your best 3 words.
That
yet.
sounded like 2 words.
Well,
Is there a
Compound.
hyphenate between them?
Yep.
There we go.
Well done, Bass.
All right,
Got
that
some
was
heavy hitters this episode.
What was your movie called again?
Paradise Valley.
Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost. All right, what? And then what? Have you made a choice?
I hate choosing. Need a last sentence from everyone.
Ooh.
Go around the table once mo.
All right, Sam.
Just a little something, something.
Give us a little bit.
I feel like everybody should watch this video, not to convince them to change or whatever, but just so that they can learn the truth about what they're eating, and then after that, it kind of is on. Yeah, it's up to you how you take it, but I feel like everybody should watch
benefit
this.
from
Open your
Can
eyes,
benefit.
sheeple.
Yeah,
Okay. Benjamin?
10 out of 10.
Wait. I want to ask one thing to Sam.
Yeah.
Is this like relatively entertaining to watch?
It's probably not as entertaining as it is informative, but it's not like it doesn't drag out because he's super like charismatic. He makes some kind of jokes and everything. So, but he's really easy to listen to, and he's very like on it. Like he knows like all the facts. He's like very. I don't want to say persuasive because I don't want it to sound like
You're trying to convert.
right,
us.
but I think it's easy to
watch.
and it was really, 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 really informative.
Okay. Benji.
The designer of Super Meat Boy, the Edmund guy, they talk a lot about like why he makes these games, and he has a really cool art style that I think you would really like and enjoy. And they show a
Ooh.
bunch of stuff, a bunch of like Flash games he's made, and they all got really cool art styles.
Shit, that sounds good.
So I think you'd really enjoy that.
Although the first movie of the trilogy is set in the 90s, it's still very much important and pertinent, related to today's events, with the unjust criminal system, as well as just kind of the way we judge people.
Yeah,
You
based
know,
off
with
appearance or
a lot of the
what they listen to. Or...
yeah,
That's
definitely.
getting political.
It's very, very pertinent to today, and
Yeah.
I definitely recommend watching it.
just because someone listens to metal doesn't mean they're a fucked up person.
Exactly.
Heavy metal. All right.
Fuck that mentality.
What you got, buddy? You know what we're going to watch? What are we watching today?
I want a drum roll. I'm going with Sam's.
Oh, the vegan movie.
Oh, nice.
I'm interested in health and shit, and why exactly you're a vegan.
Yeah.
And I would like to be informed.
And you haven't seen any vegan documentaries, really, just kind of what you've overheard from all the YouTube videos I watch? Or
Right.
what is the extent of your...
And you brought it to the table with your pitch.
You did.
I have to say, I based that
I
pitch
can't
off
be
of a
mad.
pitch.
Yeah, you killed it with the pitch.
I gotta base my pick off the pitch.
So what do we do now that it's a tie? What do we?
We're gonna have to have a tiebreaker episode, I feel like.
Or we
Let's-
could decide it, like, outside of the... Like, I don't know.
outside of the
Battle
closet.
to the death.
Right.
We'll step outside.
Yeah.
We'll step outside the closet. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right, but we're watching. What was the guy's name again?
Gary Yourofsky.
Gary Yourofsky. We're gonna go watch The Wise Words of Gare Bear. Movie closet. We are back in the closet of the movie
We are
closet.
back.
We just watched. What was his name again?
Gary...
It's
Gary...
got a hard name to remember.
It's Gary Yourofsky.
Gary Yourofsky.
You're
I do want
rough,
to say that barely counts as a movie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
For future reference, I wouldn't pick something like that.
Okay.
Like I was
borderline.
expecting more of a documentary.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
like-
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
No, it was fucking.
yeah, he was a
eye-opening.
very good speaker.
Yeah.
He had
I wish I
the
would've-
silver tongue.
I
Yeah,
wish
he
I
did.
would have watched this before
Tongue
I
of
took
silver.
speech.
Oh yeah,
Could have taken some...
yeah. You can tell he's done it a couple times.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I couldn't imagine like. I don't know. I just don't think I could say that much shit. Like it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, he was dropping stats like it was nobody's
Yeah,
business.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
yeah. He was
brain
ready.
works super quick. Like he is fucking done his homework.
I
Yeah.
definitely recommend if you're in public speaking or an English major, watching just for his at least for his public speaking capabilities.
And for
Something
the
to
rest
take away.
of...
I
the point of
enjoyed
the
how
movie.
many times he directly talked about something Bass said.
yeah,
Gave
dude, he
him a-
like.
Gave him a vegan alternative to everything he said.
It's true.
Not 100%, but
Dude, I mean, he did that to me a couple times. I just didn't say it out loud because I was
Yeah.
waiting for him to talk
He
about it.
like yeah. I mean, if you look at it from like a logical standpoint, is there, in my opinion, there's just like no reason that you should eat meat.
I
It's
think
kind of
that
fucked up.
yeah, I think that the main excuse, I guess, for a lot of people, or at least like if anything would hold me back, it would be convenience because like
Mm.
going to any restaurant, you can order, you don't have to worry about what you order. You don't have to look
Yeah.
for a special item or something. You can just
Right.
pick whatever sounds good. Like
And I think, sorry to interrupt, but I think that a lot of people have like reservations of going vegan. At least for me, is like because you care about what people think because it's such a strange thing. And like
yeah.
when you like tell people you're
You
vegan,
don't have to tell people.
yeah, I know you don't have to, but
You
like
don't
I'm
have to, like,
saying,
It's gonna
scream
come
about it.
up,
I'm
though.
saying though, it's like a really socially awkward thing to be.
I wouldn't be that too worried about that.
I know, but it's just like whenever there's like such a stigma behind it. Like whenever you talk
Yeah,
about
I
it to
Yeah.
people, like
Yeah.
oh, you're
Everybody
vegan.
instantly-
I
Really?
imagine douchey people.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
exactly.
everybody-
Yeah.
It's stigmatized.
But everybody,
Which is so crazy that it's stigmatized because it's like eating fucking healthy and eating like good foods
Yeah.
all the
yeah,
time.
but everybody gets super defensive, and that's why they think they try to make it sound weird in their head because they're doing the opposite. So they don't want to be weird. They want you to look weird, you know. So they
You
think
think
like
you're better than me?
Yeah, exactly. It's that kind of thing. Yeah, it's that kind of mentality. It's like instantly a lot of people like when you bring up vegan and like veganism in a conversation, like instantly a lot of people get defensive and like instantly like, oh no, that's fucking stupid. I don't even want to hear it out. I don't want to even talk about it.
right, or they'll
It's
just
something
like
I've noticed.
they'll just bring up like you don't eat bacon. Like what about like
Mm,
macaroni
bacon
and
would be
cheese or
tough.
something? I mean, it helped because I didn't really like bacon. Like I didn't
Mm.
seek it out. Like I thought
Yeah.
it always added something good, but I was never like
That's just
hell yeah.
the animal abusers brainwashing us to want bacon on everything.
Right.
Those
Or
goddamn
cheese.
animal abusers.
But yeah, I haven't really found a good alternative for bacon. Sorry, but I haven't also looked either. But like, I don't know. If you really want the cheese, there's cheese for like anything pretty much. But you do have to like seek it out a little bit. Like Matt and I went to Whole Foods in St. Louis because I knew that they sold this one particular brand of vegan ricotta cheese. Like you have to seek it out if you want it that bad, but honestly, like I don't even crave cheese anymore really. It's been about like 4 months now since I've had like actual like whole cheese. Like I messed up and had like milk and some ingredients like some chips or something or like a piece of candy. But I don't crave it anymore. Like everybody's like, don't you miss it? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I want
like,
to try some of these vegan foods.
yeah, and they're good. Like I
wanna
mean,
taste
there's
them.
some that are really shitty, but there's also some like meat and cheese stuff that's really shitty. Like you're not gonna like everything,
Yeah.
but
and
you will like something.
Also, I must say, like, I think from my personal perspective, a lot of people have a problem like changing their diet because these foods that we eat obviously are ingrained in us and it's like what our parents gave us and it's like out of convenience, like you have fond memories as a child going to McDonald's and shit. Like
Mm.
some of my fondest memories I can remember is just like fucking going to McDonald's with my mom or my grandma or some
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, or like going out for ice cream.
Come get that toy today.
Yeah, but
Come
like
get that McD's toy.
one thing that I noticed is just because of my job, I started eating like healthier foods on a regular basis. And once you start eating those foods that are like all organic and whatever, like mostly vegetables, and you like eat those and they're like prepared in the right way, they like start tasting really good and you like eat
Mhm.
them on a regular basis. And then when you go back to eating like shitty foods that you're like used to eating, like you can
Yeah.
taste how shitty it actually is. Like
Right.
before, it's normal, you eat that shit every day. You don't really think
Because
about
it
it.
like feels good and it's like
But when you
what
see the
know.
actual effects of like what good food does to your body, like how it makes you feel and like how like energizing it is and how like it just like tastes really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you eat it enough and you acquire the taste for it and then you go back to eating the normal like shitty foods, you just like see it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's
I guess the real question
no, I
is,
definitely
Matt,
100% agree.
are you going vegan?
I don't know.
Yeah, are you
fucking
gonna
don't
give
know.
it those eggs and cheese, Matt? Are you gonna step into the vegan limelight?
They have vegan
I'm down
eggs
to
and
cut
vegan
dairy
cheese.
out. I'm also down to do some blind taste tests with the
Hell
meat version
yeah.
and the vegan version, and then if I pick the vegan one that I think tastes better, I will go vegan.
Oh, shit.
If it
That's a
tricks
bold
me,
statement.
if I want to line up like I want steak, burger, I want to try this bacon, and I want it lined up side by
Yeah.
side. I don't know which one's which.
I
And I take a
mean-
bite of both.
That's also like can be an issue though, because for me, whenever I eat like a veggie burger or something, I'm not expecting it to taste like
But this guy was
actual-
saying
no,
that they
yeah,
taste
I know,
exactly the
I
same.
know. I'm just saying for me, because like, sorry, like another anecdote. Matt and I went to a burger restaurant in Arizona with my grandparents, and they had one. It was like a black bean burger. It was a veggie burger, and I ordered it without the cheese or whatever that it came on because it wasn't supposed to be vegan. It was just whatever. And I took one bite and spit it out because
Oh, you
it
instantly
tasted
knew.
no, like it tasted too real. It tasted too real, and it freaked me out. And I was like,
But it was vegan shit.
it was
Yeah.
vegan, yeah. It was a veggie burger, but like
It did look like
it looked-
straight up like raw meat.
yeah,
It's
not
kinda
like
gross.
yeah. It kind of looked like raw meat,
You
which
thought
is
it was the real thing, but it wasn't.
yeah, I was like, did they accidentally hand me mats because our
Yeah.
toppings were like really similar? I was like, did they accidentally hand me mats, and did I just like take a bite of like real meat because that would freak me out? And it ended up just being the black bean burger, and you could tell, but it's still
Damn.
Yeah,
it
it was
freaks-
weird. It
yeah,
was
because
weird.
that was what like almost 3.5 months since I've eaten any meat, which the last meat that I ate was a pepperoni pizza, so it wasn't like actual like ground beef or something. But since it had been so long since I had had that flavor or texture of food in my mouth, it like almost repulsed me. It did. I spit it out, which that's my personal thing.
What
like
have I done?
somebody could be like, that's something that people obviously look for though too, and I would like that more with like chicken because I don't want to eat like I don't know, like I don't want like tofu chicken or whatever like that you can try to make on your own, and so I would prefer it to taste like chicken. But I have to say, vegan cauliflower, buffalo cauliflower wings from what's it called?
Lulu's Cafe.
Lulu's Cafe in St. Louis are
What up,
so
Lulu?
dope. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, they obviously don't taste like chicken, but it's like gives you the same exact effect of eating like a buffalo chicken wrap. It was really, really good, and I want that right
And
now. But
I want some pickled cauliflower now.
Like
which is
it's
fucking
fucking
sweet.
crazy. You know?
yeah.
I don't know. Just something. to think
Kind of
about.
cool.
All right, let's I think we got flavor.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we got flavor of the foods down.
Yeah,
Let's go on to I liked how what's his name again?
Gary. Just say Gary.
G, my boy G, yeah, Gary. He brought up a lot of cool things about the food industry that I never thought about. So we can talk about a couple of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, and like in the way, and he brought up a lot of things convincing you to stop eating animals that I never thought about, like how he made us. He pointed out how humans are supposed to be herbivores. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That was
never
interesting.
thought about that.
With
Well, I
the,
never knew that shit. You know.
Yeah, and
Right.
then the how much grown food is used for the animals that we kill to eat.
Never
that was
thought
cool.
about
Yeah,
that.
you don't think about that. But yeah, he just brought up some cool points that never really crossed my mind. They're just nice to think about.
From an odd perspective is like my grandpa was like a cattle farmer for a long time, and like I would go over to his house all the time. Like
Did
he
you witness any murders?
recently sold all of his cows because he couldn't take care of them. But he enjoyed I'm just saying like he enjoyed interacting with his cows. Like they were almost
Yeah.
like he was a cattle farmer, but
Here's
they almost
Bertha.
they almost became his pets. Like he enjoyed spending time with them.
Did he slaughter cows?
He would send them off to get slaughtered, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Didn't
would
care
sell
about
'em.
that much, did he?
I'm just
Which-
saying. I'm just saying
Which I
that it's just
know-
kind of interesting if you think about it. If you want to think about it from that perspective of like a domesticated animal, is like he would enjoy spending time with those cows and interacting with them.
Cows. You said cats.
Oh, cows! Did I say cats?
I think so.
No, I said cows.
Cats.
Anyway,
Whatever.
I'm getting off on these tangents.
Interesting conversations. All this brings up. And do I think that he will change the world? No.
No.
It's too.
No.
It's too far gone. The battle's over.
Yeah, it's just too
It's
ingrained in
yeah.
society.
It's never gonna change. Is it? It's way more brutal than I thought. I thought there would be less brutal. I guess. I mean, less brutal ways to murder them. But yeah, I just can't think of It's got to be hard to have that job of the one cutting the necks of the
It didn't
animals.
Oh
look
my
very
God.
hard though to that one guy.
Well, that one guy was fucking insane.
Yeah, and he's obviously on an extreme factor. You know, that's
Right.
obviously like
yeah,
on the extreme.
he's got some
spectrum.
personal issues.
He's fucked up. He's clearly
Yeah,
a
definitely
fucked
some
up guy.
But I'm
personal
talking about
mental
like the
issues there.
people in the factories, you know,
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah.
it, and like they're just like dead in the face.
That would be
That
like,
job would suck
soul
balls.
sucking. Like,
Stay in school.
yeah, don't work at a fucking slaughterhouse. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I mean, mass production, man. That's
Yeah,
what
and
led
I think
it
that's
to
what
this
it all
point.
boils down to. Is just like
Money.
big business. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what brought it to here. Yeah, it ain't gonna change.
No.
But I mean, I'm down to try vegan food. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'll eat pretty much anything.
Right.
And I know Columbia doesn't really have a lot of great vegan restaurants. I mean, Main Squeeze is really good. And then there's like obviously vegan meals at a lot of different places, like different like Mexican foods and stuff like that, or like Chinese.
Wolf House has a pretty good black bean burger.
Yeah.
That
Wolf's
is-
Or Wolf's Head.
That's
in
not
Kevin
vegan.
Burley.
it's not vegan though. It's,
Yeah, it's
Like
good.
the
Well,
burger
there's no
itself is
meat in it.
but it's got cheese.
It's
on
got
it.
cheese and it's probably
Well,
cooked. A lot of
you can
veggie
probably
burgers,
order it
by the
without
way.
cheese.
A lot of meat substitutes are not vegan, but just vegetarian because they still use like eggs
Yeah.
or like milk as
Oh,
like
jeez.
bindings or
So
something.
it's extremely hard,
It is
from
really.
my understanding, to be a vegan.
I'm interested to hear what Bass thinks. You've been pretty quiet over there.
Yeah, I am interested. Is
I mean, some vegan food is good. I've had some good vegan food, and I've also had some very bad vegan food before.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Like Ben said, things are too far gone that it's probably not going to change,
I
or
mean,
at
it
least
can
not change for a
change.
long time.
Yeah, it
I-
would
It,
take
it
a
can
long
change
time.
like the people because
But
like our generation though, like if there's I don't know many vegans, but like there's a lot of vegans like
Yeah,
out
it is
there, like I
becoming
know.
way more
And so-
common.
Yeah, and
way
so
more-
Once
acceptable.
those people, once those vegans get old enough, have families, they're most
They're-
likely going to raise their children as vegans,
yeah, exactly.
and it's a lot easier for like children to like grow up and stay vegans if they were raised as vegans. I mean, I don't know, that could be wrong, but and then I also know that like a lot of children who are raised vegans eventually go to eating meat because that's their choice, just like
Mhm.
meat eating children have the choice to go vegan. But I'm just saying, the
Yep.
same way that the tradition of eating meat has been passed down,
the tradition
like-
of eating vegan.
yeah,
or
like the
But
same
generations
tradition.
come. It's a
yeah,
long-term
it's a
thing.
long.
But without
Ways
eating
away.
meat, we would not be here today.
Yeah, so that's interesting
True.
to think about too.
Yeah.
Cooked meat,
But
enzymes,
yeah,
made our brains grow big and strong.
but
Yeah.
at this
Man learned many
point in
things.
I mean,
at this point in history, it's not
Yeah, I know.
necessary at this point,
But
and it's become like
Out of control. It's just
out
like
of
a
the it's
huge-
become such like a big industry that it's why it's
Yeah, it is
so
very
out
wasteful.
of control.
And I think that's just a lot of things in just society in general. I know.
Yeah, like
like just
factory-
drinking and like just we as humans, we just fucking overconsume everything.
yeah,
People just fucking smoke a lot,
mass
smoke
production.
a lot, drink a lot of coffee. I mean, just everything.
personally, I eat meat. I go fishing. I catch my own fish. I will fillet my own fish.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
mean,
just
I don't torture the fish, and the rest of the carcass, we'll throw it back in the lake for the other fish and animals and snapping turtles to eat it. I don't go hunting for deer and stuff, but
right.
I guess my perspective on the whole thing is it's fucked up what some, animal farms do. Very fucked up. I know not all animal farms do that.
Yeah.
It's just
it's
not.
people like us
not really
that are
me.
keeping things from changing.
I just know that me making a change for myself might just benefit me. It's not going to
Well,
really change the world.
And that,
And that's
but
a
that's
good
all
enough
that.
reason to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's all that matters is like if it's gonna change you, it's only
Right.
gonna do you good to eat healthier. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah,
Well-
definitely.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
A
I'm
lot
not
of
saying like anyone should go vegan or whatever.
We're
but
talking the
obviously-
talk, but
I just
we ain't walking the walk.
Right. Obviously, your life will benefit if you eat healthier.
But so yeah, sorry. You have to know what to eat, how much to eat of it to eat. Can't talk. And then like find the foods that you enjoy. Otherwise, you're going to feel sick, you're going to feel like uninspired. You're not going to like want to eat
Yeah.
vegan because you haven't found something that you like. and you'd find like it's not satisfying you because you're not eating enough of it, etc.
etc.
What
Sorry.
time are we at?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's a good point to stop. I think
Yeah.
we've been going a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, one more time? What was his name?
Gary Yourofsky.
Gary
Pretty
Yourofsky.
interesting.
Look him up if you want to learn about the vegan movement. This has been another episode of The Movie Closet.
Oh
And
shit,
it
it's some
was-
tits. Let's go eat some fucking soy.
Yeah.
I was gonna pitch Earthlings, which is narrated by Joaquin Phoenix because he's vegan, but that shows a lot more graphic stuff.
Oh yeah,
so-
what are we doing for the
Figured.
tiebreaker and also
Yeah, we didn't talk
for
about that, I guess.
next week's episode topic?
Well, do you have any themes? Because you're the champion one gets to pick, don't they?
But I was thinking that since it's a tie, we could try out that new thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
Just like us all bring a movie and all
Well,
pitch
yeah,
them.
we'll let them know next week when we do it. We'll
Yeah,
figure
it'd
it out.
be a
Surprise.
surprise. Yeah.
So you gotta come back.
Yeah, you gotta listen to
But
that.
for now, goodbye.
Bye.
Movie Closet.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Jason.